Tells you when it's time to sleep. Tells you when it's time to eat. She'll steal your heart with the wink of her blue eyes. She'll take you away so many places that you never knew, that you ever thought, that you ever dreamed. And this said, she's Riley, Riley O'Delia. She's Riley.
All right. Hey, I want to welcome everyone here tonight for this night's version of 30 in 30, our trivia presentation through Catch the Mania. We're inviting everyone to join in our scoreboard, which there's a link for that where you can join in online, keep track of your scores, or you can just use a piece of paper and join in that way as well. Just before we get started, a couple quick things. I want to thank Chad Hollister for playing his music tonight. Congratulate our last night's nightly winners. Stick a Foley in it. That's Sarah. She used to come to Neckar's in Burlington. We have the Commanderans. I know they play down here at Key West, where I'm broadcasting from. And Dell's Dogs. They didn't put a location, so thanks for playing Dell's Dogs. I think it was their first night, maybe. But they came in third. So welcome tonight. We're going to get started here in just a minute. We are live on Facebook, but we're also live on YouTube Live. We found that that stream was a little better. So if you want to check us out there, just go to the Catch the Mania page on Facebook, on YouTube Live, and you may get some better download there, some better feed. So, all right. Anyway, if you haven't played before, this is what it is. It's 3 rounds, 10 questions in a round. We're going to move into this, and while you're playing, if you have a photo, if you want to take a picture of you playing or a screenshot with you and your team, some people are doing watch parties, please do that. We'd love to see you. All right? This week, just like last week, we're giving away, this is our prize for the week, random drawing for a Maple Candy prize, care of the Cotton Candy Connection up in Vermont, and Maple City Candy. So make sure you check them out and support them. We appreciate them supporting us. All right. There's your link for the score sheet. If you do want to do it online, what that does is puts you on our main scoreboard. We're going to have prizes coming up for people on the scoreboard as well. We just we're working on getting those. We just started this a couple weeks ago. We are going to kick things off with round number 1, multiple miscellaneous, we call it. It's a miscellaneous round of all multiple choice questions. All right, what do you say we get going? Here we go. Question number 1. According to the proverb, what did too many cooks spoil? Is it the dessert? A. B, the food. C, the meal. Or D, the broth? Question number 1. and from our houses or wherever you're at. Cheers, folks. Let's move on with that to question number 2 of round 1. Marcel Marceau is associated with what type of theatrical performance? Is it mime, A, B, ventriloquism, C, magic, or D, puppetry?
So much bigger. Judgment out the window.
What do you say we move on to question number 3 in our multiple choice round? What are the devil's bones? Are they A, rock formations, B, bamboo canes, C, dice, or D, shark's teeth? Question number 3 of round 1. Once again, we're on here every Monday through Thursday, 7 o'clock to 7:30. I'm your host, Darren. Malika will be taking over round number 2 tonight. We'll get to her shortly. Let's move on to question number 4. What is the unit of currency in Vietnam? Is it the dong, A, the gong, B, the pong, C, or the ejong, D?
She wants to walk through the cars, but they say she's not old enough yet. Cancer took her mom. Now she's
Take your last look at number 4. We'll move on to number 5. What kind of bridge is the Golden Gate Bridge? A, cantilever, B, bascule, C, suspension, or D, steel arch? What kind of bridge is the Golden Gate Bridge? Question number 5 of round 1.
You just keep on walking. 'Cause there's someone somewhere that needs you.
Let's move on to question number 6. Right after this. If you're just joining in, we just wanted to put up the bit.ly link for you again if you want to keep score on our online scoreboard. Question 6. Who was the president of the Confederacy during the American Civil War? Is it Jefferson Davis, Ulysses Grant, Robert E. Lee, or George Sherman? Those are your choices for question number 6.
Makes it a better place.
I want to thank all of you guys for joining us. I see we've got some teams from Salt Hill in New Hampshire joining in. Saw a team or 2 last night and got some more tonight as well. Thanks for joining in with us. 7 o'clock to 7:30, Monday through Thursday. With that, on to question number 7. Prior to his chocolate factory, Milton Hershey set up a company to manufacture which other confectionery? Is it A, marshmallow, B, bubblegum, C, toffee, or D, caramel? That's question number 7.
She said she felt accepted. Everyone wanted to hear what she had to say. Oh, what if our world could be this way? Yeah.
Hey, let's move on. Question number 8. Approximately how long is the Panama Canal linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans? Is it 21 miles, 51 miles, 77 miles, or 103 miles? A, B, C, or D?
'Cause there is someone somewhere that needs you right now. You just keep on walking.
Just about through round number 1 here, the multiple miscellaneous round. Let's move on to question number 9. What networking site was the most popular social networking website until June 2009 when Facebook overtook it in the number of American users? Was that Twitter? Was that MySpace? Was that Friendster? Or LinkedIn? A, B, C, or D?
Yes, there is someone somewhere that needs you right now. I don't know where, but
Make that choice, and hey, we're going to move on. Question number 10, the last one in our multiple choice round. How many stars were on the flag carried by the Confederate Army during the American Civil War? Were there Was there 1 star? That's A. B, 13. C, 15. Or D, 21? A couple American history questions tonight in this first round. And that's it for round number 1. When you're finished, make sure you click submit. If you are playing on our online score sheet, make sure you click submit for round 1. That'll give you a link for round number 2, which we will move on to in just a moment. I'm going to call Malika over. She'll be hosting round number 2. Come on in.
Hello, everybody. Cheers. How we doing tonight, folks? Thank you so much for joining in. Give you a few more minutes there. If you're just joining us, there is the bit.ly link for round number 2. Or you can also always, as always, just grab a pen and paper. All right, everybody, let's move on here. Again, thank you for joining in. Round number 2 is pop culture. All right, here we go. Ready? Kaylee Cuoco, who played Bridget Hennessy, the oldest child on 8 Simple Rules, went on to play the female lead on what CBS sitcom? Pretty sure I said that right. Kaylee Cuoco. Fun name to say. All right. Moving on. Give me one more second there. We'll move on to question number 2 of round 2, pop culture. Here we go. What French-American Academy Award nominee is best known for his work in the early 1900s films Green Card and 1492, Conquest of Paradise? French-American Academy Award nominee. Best known for his work in the early 1990s film Green Card and 1492, Conquest of Paradise. Thanks for joining in this Tuesday evening. Whew. Okay, moving on. Question number 3, round 2. To what Grace and Frankie actress was media mogul Ted Turner married from 1991 until 2001? Great show. One of my favorites, actually. Super funny. All right. Give me another moment there. All right, moving on to round 2, question number 4. Here we go. What English comedian who gained fame playing David Brent is currently starring in Netflix show Afterlife? English comedian. Currently in Netflix's show Afterlife. Give you another moment there. I know yesterday was Margarita Monday, but Margarita Tuesday for me. Alrighty. Round 2, question 5. Here we go. Halfway through this round. What radio personality who retired in 2009 provided the voice of Shaggy on Scooby-Doo? As always, we love to see your pictures. Everybody's been posting so much, and we really appreciate that. It's fun to see who's playing and where you're from, and just having a good time, sending us your selfies. We really love seeing that. We're regramming them all the time. Okay, moving on. Question 6. What 1979 horror film, remade in 2005, takes place at 112 Ocean Avenue in a town on Long Island? Horror film. I'm not a huge fan of horror films. I might not know this one, but maybe. Based on the location. And the remake. All right. You ready? Question 7. Give me another minute here with question. Put your music in, it's like you're right there by my side. When I'm with you, baby. All right, question 7. What 1990s Disney cartoon character was noted for his catchphrase, "Let's get dangerous"? She's in the sky, Let's get dangerous. 1990s Disney cartoon. A few more moments here. All right, moving on. Question number 8. Here we go. What is the number 1 grossing film to date in 2020? It's the 3rd installment in the film series and the first one in 17 years. Number 1 grossing film to date, 2020. 3rd installment in the film's series and the first one in 17 years. All right. Question number 9, moving on. Here we go. What 1970s musician wrote 4 consecutive number 1 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1978? 2 were by his own group, 1 was by his younger brother, and the 4th was by Yvonne Elliman. Really long question. Let me look at that one carefully. Got one more question coming up soon. Give you one more moment here. All right, question 10. Here we go. Last question for round number 2. In 1996, what legendary entertainer who passed away in 2003 was honored by the United States Congress as the first and only honorary veteran of the U.S. Armed Forces? 96. Legendary entertainer. All right, so that is the last question of round number 2. Give you another moment there to look at that question. And there we go, the end of round 2. Bring Darren back on.
Yeah. All right, we'll bring you back out for the answers to round number 2 when that comes up. Yeah, so if you haven't played before, this is how it works. We do the questions to round 1, followed by the questions to round 2, and then we come back to the answers to round number 1. Tomorrow night, you're going to be in for a treat. Join us. We've got Johnny Truder, a former Jeopardy champion, is going to be hosting. So I'm excited to have Johnny on here. So come visit us tomorrow night, 7 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Johnny Truder, a former Jeopardy champion, is going to be reading the questions. With that, let's move on to the answers to round number 1, the multiple miscellaneous round. The broth, D, answer number 1. That's a mime. Marcel Marceau was a mime. Dice, also known as the devil's bones. Dong, the dong is the currency in Vietnam. A suspension bridge is what type of bridge the Golden Gate Bridge is. Jefferson Davis, President of the Confederacy. That's caramel, or caramel. Answer to number 7. Number 8, it's 51 miles wide, long. MySpace was the number 1 social networking site until Facebook overtook it in 2009. And that's B, 13. There were 13 stars on the flag carried by the Confederate Army. That's it for round number 1 answers. If you want to join in round 3, if you're just joining us and you haven't been able to do score yet, you can jump on with that link right there, the bit.ly link. Remember, if you love playing trivia, join us on Catch the Mania on the Facebook page. Like us there. You'll see our live videos come up. Subscribe to us on YouTube Live if you want to check us out on YouTube. We've got some other videos on there too about our bar trivia. Generally, we're in a lot of locations across the country, but given the circumstances, this is how we're bringing you trivia. With that, we're going to move on to round number 3. It's a landmarks round. It's a visual round, so get close to your screen. This round consists of visual clues. Each clue is an image of a famous building or landmark from around the world. Name the city in which the landmark is found. Okay? Here we go. Number 1. These are artsy and in black and white. Question number 2. Name the city in which that landmark is located. I have seen 100,000 smiles on all colors of faces, and tonight that smile is you. That smile is I have driven 16,000 miles just for 50 days. My dream, she is coming true. I have seen 100,000 smiles on all colors of faces, and tonight. With that, we're going to move on to landmark number 3. Name the city. Cities around the world. A few of them are in the United States. Most not, including this one. Let's move on to number 4. Name the city. The answer is there is no answer. No value, monotone banter. Search every day with no solution. So cut the ears of the revolution right now. Right now. What are we? Who are we? Take your last look at number 4. We're going to move on to number 5. Name the city. It's actually sort of overlooking the city in this one. And hey, once again, I'm really excited that we have Johnny Truder, former Jeopardy champ, hosting tomorrow night. So join us for Johnny's presentation. We're excited to have him on. Next week we have Phil Wills. He's the bartending specialist on the show Bar Rescue. He'll be hosting. I'll give you more information as we get closer to that, but we're really excited to have some guest people on. Johnny Truder tomorrow and Phil Wills from Bar Rescue next week. On to number 6. Name the city. Once again, with everyone on the Wi-Fi, whatever on Wi-Fi on the airwaves at the same time, sometimes connections have not been as stable. We found last night that our YouTube live video seemed to be more stable. A lot of people are watching on Facebook as well. Either one's fine. Like us, Catch the Mania, at our Facebook page or our YouTube live channel. That'll indicate to you when we're going to be on to, in case you forget. Let's move on to number 7 of round 3. Name the city.
Kiss the kids who love that sweet wife and let them know you're home. Let it all go. Jump in the snow. Dip in the ocean. 'Cause it's blue and it's green.
With that, take your last look at number 7. As we move on to clue number 8, name the city. Take your last look at number 8 as we move on to number 9. Name the city. And hey, we're going to move on to the last question of round number 3, question number 10. Name the city. Here, viewing us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, like our page. That'll help you find us tomorrow night and Thursday night. We're here Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7:30. With that, when you're finished with your answer sheet, your online answer sheet for round 3, hit submit. We'll get that. We're going to be posting that scoreboard later tonight or first thing in the morning. Show you how you did. Why don't we bring Malika back over here to go through the answers to round number 2, the pop culture round.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. Answers to round 2. Here we go. In a moment here. Okay, here we go. That is The Big Bang Theory. Great show. Gerard Depardieu. I think I said that right. Used to be French, right?
We.
Jane Fonda. Question number 3. Number 4, Ricky Gervais. Number 5, Casey Kasem. Number 6, the Amityville Horror. 7, Darkwing Duck. Oh yeah. 8, Bad Boys for Life. 9, Barry Gibb. And 10, Bob Hope.
All right.
All right.
What's left is to go through answers to round number 3. We'll go through those. And then once again, join us tomorrow night. Johnny Truder, a former Jeopardy champ, will be hosting. Make sure you click subscribe on YouTube Live if that's how you're catching us tonight. Make sure you like us on our Facebook page, Catch the Mania. That's in Chicago, number 1. Number 2, Bangkok. Venice. Answer number 3. Number 4, that's in Moscow. Rio de Janiero. Answer to number 5. Number 6, that's in Houston. Toronto. Answer to number 7, that's the CN Tower. The Acropolis is in Athens. London in the London Eye. And that's the Biltmore in Asheville, North Carolina. So that's it for tonight. Once again, we've got a prize that we're giving away at the end of this week from Cotton Candy Connection, also paired with Maple City up in Vermont. Actually, they'll be sending out a package to a random drawing for a winner from everyone who plays this week. So thanks for joining us. We'll be here tomorrow night. I'll pop in with Johnny Truder just before he starts to host. But we got a special guest host tomorrow night. It's going to be great.
Thank you so much for joining, and please send along your pictures of playing at home. We just love seeing you. We're going to have some fun contests with that coming up with different things we're working on, so stay tuned.
All right. Good night, folks.
Bye.